Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to go down Pinkham Canyon Trail in Joshua Tree National Park. This is an easy to moderate trail, but we're going to show you the hard parts. Even though it's rated easy to moderate, there's going to be two hard sections. Yeah, so even though it's easy and to moderate, please watch the whole video, because there are going to be those two moderate or difficult sections depending on your experience level that you are going to have to look out for. So we'll show you what they look like in this video, and we'll show you how our vehicle got through them and how your vehicle can get through them too. So check out this video before you go down this trail to see if it is a trail that you want to do, or if it's a trail that you don't want to do. Now, I initially had mixed feelings about this trail. This is our second time doing this trail. First time recorded on YouTube for us, but as you can see, the trail starts out here as a dirt road. You enter through Joshua Tree National Park, back where you saw that yellow sign, and you will proceed to get this kind of dirt road type of effect or feel, if you will. And the reason why we had mixed feelings about this is because first time I took it, I thought it was kind of boring and long. But check this video out, because as you'll see, my opinion changed, and I think your opinion about the trail will be like my changed opinion, which is you're gonna like it. The biggest factor about why I didn't like this trail the first time I took it is because we used all-season tires, the stock tires that came with the car, and this is a very, very sandy trail. We're going to get into a wash later on before we get to the canyon. So in those all-season tires, you know, it didn't offer. You know, it slipped and tried to sink itself all over the place, and it didn't lend itself to being enjoyable. Now the car has BF Goodrich KO2s tires on this vehicle. Very popular tire, everybody knows about them, but that's what it has now. It made all the difference, and it made this trail so much more enjoyable. And most people have some form of all-terrain tire on their car, so I really do think most people will enjoy this trail. Again, it is rated by the internet as easy to moderate, but there are two challenges, so please stay tuned to check those out. We're going to go over these challenges in detail, meaning we're just going to show you what they are, but I think you'll get a perfect understanding once you see. But there's all sorts of other cool stuff to see on this trail, so check it out. Lots of plant life, beautiful scenery, varying terrain, and overall it's really cool. I think you're going to find this to be an interesting trail. Alright, so here we are on these early sections of Pinkham Canyon Trail, and the road surface is kind of obnoxious. And this, of course, is my personal opinion. You may love this. If so, again, check out these conditions. You might love them. I call it obnoxious because it's not quite a dirt road, and it's not quite you know, a trail, like a, you know, a rocky trail.
It's just kind of ups and downs, like ruts, like a roller coaster, which make it kind of obnoxious. But again, this is purely an opinion. If you love this, then you're gonna love this sort of road, because you get all these kind of wheelbacks up and down. It is narrow, as you can see, and you can see a trail marker. So far, it's very well marked with markers. The car presently is in 4 high, no need for 4 low. In 4-wheel drive, center differential locked. Supposed to be a few obstacles up ahead, and we'll get to those. And we'll cover all the any difficult parts on this trail. So some people also call this trail Pinstripe Trail because of the the narrowness of it all. So keep that in mind. It's narrow. I've got the mirrors pulled in on both sides, and that helps a ton, both literally and psychologically. You tend to feel smaller with those mirrors pulled in, so go ahead and pull your mirrors in, and I can't prove it, but I think you'll have less of a chance of pinstriping. So the joke name again is Pinstripe Trail or Pinstripe Canyon, because we are right next to these creosote bushes, and it's going to be like this for a good while until we get into the canyon. So if you are not down with pinstriping, then you don't want to do this trail. But if that's no big thing, there you go. Kind of makes it fun, you know. But again, these are all opinions. You choose, you decide for yourself. So we're out here on a Saturday, and you will see other cars, especially on a Saturday like today. Up ahead, I believe, is a vehicle, so it's not necessarily a desolate trail. Again, it is a long trail, but you will see other vehicles on the trail too. Looks like we're about to come up on a Tacoma or something up ahead. So just something to keep in mind, that you will see other cars out here.
So yeah, beautiful day, beautiful scenery, and sandy conditions. So if soft sand is your thing, you'll love this trail. There's quite a bit of soft sand pretty much everywhere in this section. So having all-terrain tires will make all the difference in this area, and really make your journey more enjoyable, because it's, these tires really did offer about 70% more grip over all-season tires on this same trail. So it was an interesting comparison. It's to see what the vehicle handled like in stock form, meaning with the stock tires, and then come back and try it with different tires, and definitely made a difference here. It changed it from a stressful, annoying trail to a very enjoyable trail. My opinion definitely changed for the better on this trail, and I think you guys will love it.
So as we get closer to Pinkham Canyon, we're pretty much at the mouth of the canyon. It goes from that kind of roller coaster dirt road to a bunch of sand, and whoop, looks like we got to go back this way. The trail markers are here, and that's awesome. But it's going to get to be soft sand, and there's going to be lots of it. So be prepared for that. This is a excellent case for all-terrain tires, which I'm sure many of you already have, but this is where they shine on this kind of loose sand, because you're going to get a lot of it for a long time. And I have taken this trail in with all-season tires on this same vehicle, and while not a night and day difference, it is significant. I would call it a 70% better having all-terrains. This vehicle has BFG KO2s on them, and before that they were Michelin Latitude all-season tires. Beautiful trees around here, so you're gonna get a lot of flora. Smoke trees, some cholas, some yuccas, the creosote bush. Of course, this is a wash, so you're going to see bigger trees because this is where the water flows. But definitely you're going to love your all-terrain tires through this. So I know I keep saying I have mixed feelings about this trail. You know, I don't know, maybe, you know, it's always good to give a trail, I think, a second chance. And especially when you change things like tires and experience levels and things like that. So far I'm enjoying this more than I remember I did the first time. It could have something to do with these all-terrain tires, or the fact that I already know the trail, at least. I hope I do. I hope I remember it. But as you can see, we're getting rocky here. So there'll be some rocky bits and some sandy bits for a while as we go further into this canyon. And the canyon itself, the walls, the sides of the canyon, whatever you call it, will come closer to the road here.
Okay, vehicle specs real quick, and this is just for reference. It's a 2021 Lexus GX 460, stock height, all-season tires, skid plates underneath, and a short bumper. Everything else is stock. This is just for reference. Many all-wheel drive vehicles like Subarus have gone down this trail with no problem. Though keep in mind these two obstacles in the end that we're going to show you. If you have an all-wheel drive vehicle, be extra careful. But any 4x4 vehicle should do just fine, just like the sign said. And this section is rather quick, so it's you know, the speed is what I'm trying to say is the vehicle's in 4 high because you don't have to slow down a lot and it's flat. Make sense? So we're in 4 high here, just to give you an idea of driving conditions. 4 high, center differential locked, which means it's just in 4-wheel drive. So whatever vehicle you decide to take here, you can base it on the specs of this GX, which is similar to 4Runner, Toyota 4Runner, etc.
So far the driving experience has been awesome. I'm really loving these BFG KO2 tires. They are eating up the soft sand like nothing. Again, this is the first time I've taken this trail with these tires. I've taken it once before on all seasons, but these BFG KO2s are doing a great job in this soft sand, which is what I was primarily concerned with. So I know they're a popular tire and everybody knows everything about them, but they're working great on this trail. So if you have a similar tire, it's going to work good for you. Also, if you have another all-terrain tire you recommend for this type of gravelly, sandy terrain, please leave a comment, please, and share what your favorite all-terrain tire is for this sort of terrain. I'd love to know, and I'm sure it would help other people too. Now you can see here we're entering the canyon more, so the walls or sides are coming in closer to the road. These are look at this beautiful fauna. I don't know what you call these plants, but they're gorgeous. They have little golden tops on them. And we're starting to see some Palo Verdes. Look at this. So this is a native Palo Verde. That's Spanish for green stick. This is going to be a pretty neat tree. Green. People from the desert know, but if you don't know, the trunk is green, the stems are green, everything's green on it for photosynthesis. Here's another Palo Verde right here. And we actually plant these as landscape trees in the desert, but they're growing naturally here as we enter the canyon. So, so far I'm enjoying this. In my opinion, about this canyon is changing a lot. So let's go further into the canyon. Wow, but before we get in the canyon, look at this Palo Verde just growing naturally here. Look at the trunk on this sucker. It's about 12 feet tall. That is a beautiful Palo Verde growing naturally out here in the desert. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. If you were to sell this in the store, it would probably be about a $20,000 plant at this size with today's prices. So very beautiful. Anyway, let's carry forward here. Let's check out more flora. This is a smoke tree, so named because from a distance it looks like plumes of smoke. And they're beautiful, and they're all over the wash here. Look ahead, you see some more. Taking a moment to enjoy them.
So, flora and fauna. So, you're either going to be into this or not, or maybe if you're somewhere in between. It can make your trail travels more interesting to know that there's all sorts of different plants down on this wash, presumably because it's in a wash and it gets lots of water. But you're going to see pretty much everything. You're going to see the creosote bush, the smoke tree, the cholla plant. There's a big cholla garden at the end. You'll see a few prickly pears. You'll see those these kind of golden bushes. I don't know what they're called. You'll see desert willows in there, and you'll see a Palo Verde, as mentioned. And you know, that's pretty much it for the desert. Is the pine tree usually hangs out in higher elevations, and the juniper tree usually hangs out in higher elevations. But as far as and you'll see the Joshua tree and yuccas everywhere. So there's two more trees. So you'll see the yuccas, those are the spiky things, the short, stubby, spiky things, and then the Joshua trees obviously look like Joshua trees. And you're in Joshua Tree National Park, so yeah, you're going to see it all here as far as lower elevation desert flora. The fauna that we saw down here consisted of a roadrunner, which is a really cool bird, of course, very beautiful, majestic. So we saw one roadrunner, for fauna, but the first time we took the trail, last summer, we saw a deer. Not a bighorn sheep, a deer. Like, you know, your normal deer you would see or expect to see anywhere else but here. Standard deer. But on this trail, no deer, or this just trip, no deer were spotted. So just a sole roadrunner. So keep your eyes out for animals, and you may see some cool creatures.
Okay, now we are properly in the canyon, and as you can see, there's shadows, and the sun is blocked out by the walls of the canyon. So you will indeed be in the canyon. So beautiful canyon, and the road conditions are still rocky. There's tricky parts like this where you kind of don't know which way to go. So keep that in mind. That keep an eye on things to make sure you don't get off target, but overall the trail is marked very good overall. And I guess you can't really get lost because it's a canyon. But we're still dealing with soft sand. It's getting more gravelly and more rocks. And again, beautiful canyon, and these tires are doing a great job. Very fun so far. Okay, so here's your first obstacle. It's a series of rocks. That's what it looks like. I don't know if that'll show up on camera. The idea is going to be to put your tires on the high stuff. Okay, that was your first obstacle. So here's your second obstacle. You got two choices. One is to go straight ahead. That way. Or you pull a sharp turn and go this way. Forget which way I took last time, so I'll walk around and see if I can figure it out. But you have two options. You can see the tracks go to the right, or kind of the center frame there. So I'm going to walk and see which way we're going to take.
And that's it. It's just more of the same. Keep in mind you're going to be in here for a long time, but that's it. It's all the same. It just repeats. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like and subscribe. Thank you, and have a great day.